through the window, with an intensity suggesting that the night might reveal an answer. Instead, what they saw were landscapes of labor, living, and leisure, stretching out beyond the horizon. Leaving Los Angeles, the bus traveled up the broad, old industrial corridor's central artery. Although the city is still the manufacturing capital of the United States, the mix and remuneration of jobs making things has changed drastically in the past 20 years. Auto and primary steel are mostly gone, replaced by apparel and rebar. On Interstate 5, the great road over the Tehachapi Mountains, the bus passed endless residential developments and signs touting business-friendly regions in the northern reaches of Los Angeles County, before slipping into the darkness of the Angeles National Forest. The federal interstates enabled suburbanization of both residents and industry and helped secure California's historical dominance in the military-industrial complex. Indeed, for most of the families on the bus, overt wars, World War II, Korean, and Vietnam, and covert struggles, Jim Crow Mississippi and Louisiana, were the forces that had pushed and pulled them to Southern California to remake their lives as long-distance migrants must. Rolling down the long grade into the Great Central Valley, some of the writers speculated about the gargantuan pumping stations that propel water gathered from the state's northern and eastern regions over the mountains to quench the Southland's thirst. And yet, although the water courses up out of the valley, a lot remains to irrigate the state's agricultural immensity. Indeed, while agriculture is only 3% of gross state product, GSP, California ranks first in the United States in agricultural production. They stopped in Bakersfield to pick up more people, a farm worker, an unemployed journalist, some prisoners' mothers taking an unpaid day off work and contributing from their slim wages toward the $1,000 charter cost. Outside Bakersfield, darkness grew in again around the Thomas-built coach. A small group of riders sitting in the back started to count sightings of intensely golden glows that eerily poked depth into the flat blackness. These concentrations of light in farmland are many of California's new prisons, cities of men, and sometimes women, that lie next to the dim towns that host them. Some passengers whispered their words recorded as breath on glass. "Donnie's over there. Hello, Richard. I wonder if Angel's sleeping. I told him we'd pass by." The small fogs cleared as the bus labored on. Other buses make this journey every day from central Los Angeles, leaving not from churches, but rather from courts and jails. Their destinations are the old or new prisons, those that cluster along Highway 99 and make it a prison alley, and others further afield, from the sturdy perimeter of fortresses along the California-Mexico border in the south up to Indian country at Susanville and Crescent City at the Oregon line. 900 miles of prisons, an archipelago of concrete and steel cages, 33 major prisons, plus 57 smaller prisons and camps, 43 of the total built since 1984. Arriving in Sacramento, the riders joined their allies from other parts of the state for a prayer breakfast and a rally on the Capitol steps. Then the day's principal activity began, the long committee session. They would try again to persuade people eager for re-election, who review and approve new criminal laws 3 hours a week, every week, to undo part of one law even while a major campaign contributor, the Prison Guards Union, summoned its lobbyist brigades to denounce any reform. For a moment before the group moved indoors, the ordinarily gray-white state buildings yellowed to reflect the warming sunrise, a sensation welcomed by a few aching elderly passengers, always alert for signs of hope. Perhaps on this trip they might knock one block out of the Golden Gulag's miles and miles of prison walls. 1. Introduction. The problem.